Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. This game today could be an inflection point for both of these teams as each hoping to use it as a springboard to get into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on last year's national champions, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hoosiers offense will go to work first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Hey, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like, most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Barker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To throw, it's Mendoza. A strike downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously, in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference, but now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is the type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect. They've worked so hard all offseason, all season up to this point to try to get that number beside their name. And this is the game. If you win it, you're going to get it.
He has the first and still on his feet. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. On the run, still looking. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Looking for space to the left. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the field because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. possession from their own 20. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Down he goes. He tried to get out of trouble, and this defense wasn't having it. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes.
Pulls it in down the sideline. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quarterback making adjustments. Toss to the outside. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He makes the catch. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but it's been a close one so far. They're up by 4 over Texas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off. He'll off one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Moves away as he feels pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Finds the tight end. There he goes. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
The give to the tailback. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. He's in open space downfield. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Big play for this offense, and they get it to the 32.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. At the 20, he's got space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Got his man down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man across the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. This time, it's complete. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, you know, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. Here comes the offense on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Barker. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Bringing the heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Hoosiers will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Action on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Snags it quickly on the left. Oh, he's got some space. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Hoosiers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Now on first down from the 28. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let...
Touchdown, Indiana! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he added the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. UCF is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things inside the bounce house. Trust me when I tell you that. On the field and off of it. They're trailing by just 4 to BYU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback on the keeper. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move, it's Haynes. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Cleescore. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Heaves it deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Steamrolls his way ahead. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looking to scramble. He'll get rid of it. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. He was trying to keep that play alive, getting out and escaping to the left, just hoping something good would happen.
And just buying time, right? Trying to give your receiver time to get open. He couldn't get open. He couldn't find an avenue to get him the football, but at least he bought some time and gave himself a chance. Just couldn't capitalize on it.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. No need to get cute there, especially when they allow you to push the quarterback forward, and they do and get the first down.
Yeah, the quarterback just does a nice job finding the crease, right? Which side of the center am I going to go? I got to get low to the ground, and I'm going to have my buddies behind me trying to give me a little extra shove to go get that first.
Got his man in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Got his man quickly. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Underwood. Forced out of the pocket. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Cleescourt. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 20 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Mendoza. Finds his tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put it.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where to earn it. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Turning it on. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Quick shovel pass. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
No gain on the play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Barker. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. A strong,
let's go.
workmanlike effort from this team.
I was a little worried in that game, honestly, but we made it.
I love when you describe my team.
Gotta be better than that, QB.
You know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's
I gotta get to going to work, so I'm gonna end it there, but that was a big win. We're 2-2 on the 2nd season of my dynasty.